So as you will have already heard loads and loads of times, the Alliance is an informal and open group of European networks involved in the promotion of volunteering. There are currently 39 of us in the operations, and we have a steering group and we have a wider alliance. Before I actually go into the main objective of this afternoon's session, I would like to read something out, because a lot of you may have been wondering what is going to happen to the Alliance once the year finishes. So here's the big mystery solved. The executive group has prepared a statement, which I hope you don't mind, I'm just going to read out, so bear with me. As the European Year of Volunteering comes to an end, the time has come to reflect upon the accomplishments we have achieved as civil society actors. Together, we have been able to publish the policy agenda on volunteering in Europe, which becomes a document that covers the entire spectrum of the volunteer sector, from the individual volunteer to the highest political level, as well as all actors, including civil society, policymakers, academia, and the private sector. At the same time, it is also a moment to reflect on how we, as civil society, can sustain the momentum which we have gained during the year, as well as the high level of collaboration which we have reached as the EYV Alliance. The EYV Alliance has decided that the continuation of our work is key to sustaining this momentum. So in order to adequately prepare the proper structure of this future alliance as an established platform, we have decided to adopt a development period of 3 months after the end of the project, which we plan to request to the European Commission to extend till May 2012. The preparatory work for this new volunteering alliance structure will begin shortly, and the executive group is preparing terms of reference for the preparatory working group, who will be tasked with developing the mission, vision, and mandate. And we expect the new alliance to be operational by the end of September 2012. Of course, such an operation will require adequate funding, which is another task of the preparatory working group. One of the main tasks will be to identify funding sources which will not compete with the funding sources of individual alliance members. And we are very eager to see that the work of the Alliance and of course of the working groups, of which many of us have been part, will continue beyond 2011. Sorry, it's very emotional reading this statement. So you will have heard about the PAVE document earlier this morning, which is aimed at ensuring the lasting legacy of 2011. The Value of Volunteering Working Group has been chaired by Agnes and by Tamara, but it also involved all the organizations of which the logos you can see on the screen. I really encourage you to read the policy agenda on volunteering in Europe fully to find out more about the recommendations relating to the value of volunteering. But very specifically, the value of volunteering is a visible expression of solidarity. It promotes and facilitates social inclusion. It builds social capital, produces a transformative effect on society, and offers creative and innovative solutions to common challenges. It also contributes to economic growth. There are recommendations to all stakeholders, such as promotion of volunteering as an essential social activity that adds value to society, which fosters solidarity. It contributes to the development of common volunteering measurement practices. And we also have recommendations to EU institutions, such as calling on Eurostat to introduce appropriate measurement tools. What's very important to us is that volunteer time is included as contribution in kind for all European funding. For member states, we ask that the value of the volunteer effort is included in the profit and loss accounts, and that there is appropriate measurement, and Eva will talk more about that. For social partners, by which we mean trade unions and all employers, we want to promote the value of employee volunteering and employer-supported volunteering that is part of CSR. We ask to build upon the results of projects such as the CSR laboratory, about which you can read more in the PAVE document. And we ask that there is a recognition of the value of volunteering for the triple bottom line, so ecological footprint, social footprint, and financial footprint. And then there is a contribution to better understanding of the value of employee volunteering for all stakeholders. And last but not least, we call on the civil society to encourage media support to raise public awareness about volunteering, to facilitate the involvement of volunteers in decision making, and to provide an appropriate and effective recruitment, training and management cycle for volunteers to maximize the added value of their efforts and activities. And I just would like to finish by saying that every new volunteer is one volunteer closer to doubling the number of volunteers in Europe. Thank you.